Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the British Film Designers Guild Awards 2019. Please welcome to the stage our chairman, Adam O'Neill.
Welcome to the 2019 British Film Designers Guild Production Design Awards. What we do here at the Guild is present awards for films and TV productions that have been released during the previous year. Our membership continues to grow and gives us a voice and greater recognition for our work within the industry and to a wider audience. This will be my final awards as chairman, and I'll be handing over to Sonia as chair at the next AGM. She'll be taking over from me this summer, and I'd like to invite her to say a few words now.
I'm so delighted that Adam asked me. I wasn't thinking at the beginning when he rang me about 2 years ago and said, would I like to do it? And I did actually pause for a moment. And then I said yes straight away because I really believe in the Guild and I love seeing all you people here and I'm so glad you came. I'll see you next year. It's back to Adam.
I'd now like to hand over to our host for this evening, Mark Kermode.
It's lovely to be here. I'm really delighted and slightly surprised to be back again, which is great. I really enjoyed it last time. I figure that, the fact that I got invited back means, either it went well last time or Jonathan Ross is still out of your price range. So let's move on to the first award, which is Spotlighting New Talent. The intention of this award is to highlight the future stars of the next generation of filmmakers, and for the first time, this award has been opened up not only to BFDG members, but also art department juniors outside the organisation. Each finalist was asked to send in a selection of work, which was then judged by the BFDG committee. Let's have a look at that work. We'd like to invite Katharina Balls from Men at Work, one of our sponsors, up to present this award. Katharina, please join me on the stage.
Right, Men at Work are very proud to announce the award for Spotlighting New Talent. Thank you, Mark. This is what one of the winners endorsers said about her. She's a bright, enthusiastic, hard-working member of the art department who has shown a great capacity for self-improvement in drawing and model making. She took on all tasks of art department assistant on Pennyworth and followed them to conclusion with great discipline and common sense. She also, in her spare time, did her own drawings whenever possible and showed great improvement over the course of the project. I can't think of a better candidate for this award. This award goes to Anne Clemens, Art Department Assistant.
Good evening. To be up here, gratefully accepting this award is truly an honor for me. Thank you. I wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for some people who have crossed my path, as I feel like my accomplishments are not mine alone. Adam, your encouragement empowered me. You were always so patient and supportive with me. You have the ability to bring out the best in people, and I have learned so much from working with you and Mark on Pennyworth. Mark, I'm very thankful you two gave me that opportunity. Thank you both for your kindness and guidance. Neil, you have inspired me since the day I met you. You always believe in what people can do, not what they can't. You have the gift of motivation that you easily pass on to the people around you, like you did with me. Elle, You and Neil made me part of your current team, offered me a great chance of learning, for which I'm very grateful. Thank you both. Thank you, BFDG and committee, for this award, and thank you to all the people who might know or remember me from interviews or portfolio surgeries or work. All your advice and your patience was of great help to me and spurred my ambition. You all truly are an inspiration to me and my generation, those who are starting out, trying to get heard and seen. So thank you all for noticing me and giving me the chance that I needed. I'm looking forward to the challenges ahead.
This is obviously a hugely important award for future design departments' growth and even future development and further development. So we were really very impressed with all of the nominees on this award, and as a tribute to the runners-up for this award only, we would like to invite Molly Blake, Art Department Assistant, and Anais Delpeche, Set Decorating Assistant, to join us on stage to receive their nomination certificates. We now move on to the Best Production Design Award for Light Entertainment TV Programme, including comedy and general entertainment. We'd like to invite Chris Cox from Universal Pixels up to present this award.
I'm delighted to be asked to present this award. The award for Best Production Design Light Entertainment TV Programme goes to Fleabag Series 2, Jonathan Paul Green, Joe King and Lucy Gardetto.
Thank you. Thank you to the British Film Designers Guild for this award, and to all who voted for Fleabag, to our clever and resourceful art department, Ros Bolton, Katie Rogers and Lucy Gardetto, and to Phoebe for creating such brilliant and scurrilous writing for us to work with. It has been a slice of life.
Incidentally, can I just take this moment to say, I know at the beginning we thanked all the organisers, which is great because it's such a wonderful venue. Can we say thank you to everybody who prepared and brought out the food, because I ate so much. I'm meant to be on a diet, and then they brought me this chocolate thing, and it's just, I think I had two, and... We now move on to the Best Production Design Award for Independent TV Drama, including miniseries, TV movie or limited series. We'd like to invite John Lindsay from Data Reaper Graphics up to present this award. Please join me, John.
You ready? The award for the Best Production Design Independent TV Drama, including mini-series, TV movie or limited series, goes to Anna Pritchard, Tom Aiken, Ursula Smith, The Gentleman Jack.
I can't believe how many people are here. I have not prepared a speech, but I just wanted to say thank you so much to the Guild. This is such a fantastic evening. I always enjoy it every year. Always a bridesmaid and never a bride. So this is fantastic. I'm really happy. I'm so happy. I just wanted to say that Gentleman Jack was a real privilege to work on, and I had a fantastic team, two of them with me tonight. To Sally, to Lookout Point, just such a brilliant production to work on. So
we're back doing it again. So I'm really, really happy. But thank you so much to everyone. Sylvia, my agent as well. Thank you so much.
Thanks for voting for us.
Yeah, thanks for voting for us.
One of the things I'm conscious of is that, as awards are won, some people are coming from, near to the stage, and other people are coming from a long way away, okay? And obviously it takes a little bit longer to walk to the stage, so let's just keep it going all the time that it takes to go to the stage. Staying on a theme, we now move on to Best Production Design Award for International TV Drama, including miniseries, TV movie, or limited series. Now, I'm delighted to say we have two brand new BFDG patrons joining us to present this award this evening. Executive producers Dean Baker and Kate Crow. Please join me on stage.
We're delighted to present the award for Best Production Design, International TV Drama, including miniseries, TV movie or limited series, which goes to
Chernobyl. Luke Hall, production designer, Carol Wakefield, supervising art director, Claire Levinson, Set Decorator.
Yeah, there's three of us. Thankfully, an award where I don't have to remember every single producer's name to say thank you. But honestly, this means a lot to be voted by people who really knows what goes into these productions from an art department perspective. And really, I mean, this belongs to every member of the art department on Chernobyl who works so passionately for this project because of a great script. Thank you.
Say something as well, because it's lovely to be recognised for working on the production. We all work very, very hard, every single person in this room and every single person in any art department. I also wanted to thank all the craft people that we work with. We couldn't be here if it wasn't for all the amazing companies and all the amazing people that we get to work with on, and they actually they make us look very good, and it's all a big team, and it was tough to work in Lithuania. And cold, very cold. But we've all worked in foreign climates, but it was the right place, right time, right people, right director, right designer, right DOP, because everybody knows here, if the set's not lit beautifully, then it will look terrible no matter how much work you put into it. But it's just to say thank you to everybody here, all our teams, everybody else that works in the art department. Very grateful, and it's a blessing that we all get to work in such an amazing industry. Definitely. So thank you.
As you saw from that, if you win an award and you attempt to leave the stage without having your photograph taken, you will be physically stopped. It's excellently done. That was... Also, I should say to our presenter, that's the firmest handshake I have had in a very long time. Have you ever shaken Woody Allen's hand? It's really weird. It's like, anyway. That wasn't a joke, it was a true story, but I'm full of fabulous showbiz stories. Ever tell you about... I once met David Lynch. Actually, I met David Lynch a couple of times. And there's a thing on YouTube, and it's called David Lynch Owns Mark Kermode. And I asked David Lynch a question which takes about 3 minutes. And it's all about whether or not his thing about electricity arcing is to do with neurons in the brain. And it's a really brilliant question that I had thought about for a very long time. And there's 3 minutes of me asking him, followed by a comic pause and him going, no. Okay, so earlier in the show, we celebrated the next generation of up-and-coming talent. And whilst the future of the industry is clearly incredibly important, We mustn't forget those who helped pave the way for that future. So we'd now like to take a break in the proceedings to remember those friends and colleagues who we sadly lost in 2019. One of the things about cinema, one of the things I've always loved the most about it is the idea of immortality, the idea that people can work in the film industry and we can lose them, but we do have their work forever to watch over and over again. And it was, you know, watching that show reel, seeing some of my favourite films, actually, some of the very formative films of my life. And it is one of the greatest things about cinema is that it does continue to live and to reward viewers for generations to come. Anyway, let's pick up with the awards and the nominees for Best Production Design for Independent Feature Film of a Period Style. We'd like to invite Matthew Campbell from Palm Brokers up to present this award. Matthew, please join me on stage.
It gives me great pleasure to announce the award for the Best Production Design Independent Feature Film Period, which goes to James Merrifield, James Wakefield and Julie Conway.
Thank you so much to the Guild and to everyone that voted for us. We really appreciate this. I'd just like to say what Karen said earlier. It's absolutely so much to do with the skills of the crafts as much as our own, you know, orchestration of it that puts all these sorts of things together. And this particular film was beautiful, and we had some incredibly skilled craftsmen, prop makers. And of course the suppliers who are all sitting out here, who all helped as well, who provides us with the most beautiful things. So thank you so much.
Well, I'm not quite so eloquent as Gina. I did actually nip to the loo before that delicious chocolate dessert, just to put a few notes on my iPhone. I beg your pardon. But firstly, of course, thank you to the Guild. Thank you to all of you for recognising, you know, our work as a team. We are a team after all, and I mean all of us here that work together. Thank you so much for that. But let me list, if I may, obviously working title. There's no producers here today, as was already said, but thank them for employing us, for hiring us. Josie Rourke for hiring me to be her production designer. I want to mention a very important person in our chain of work that is the line producer, and how helpful and accommodating they can be in helping us create the worlds that we then create, and supporting us, and that goes to Jane Robertson. I'd like to also thank Rosa, who introduced me to Jane on a little film called Breathe some years ago, and that's how it rolls along, as we know. So Rosa, thank you. Then, of course, moving on to my art department, which was extraordinary. It's so long ago since we made it, though. I can't remember everybody's name anymore, but I mean, overall, they were brilliant. The special mentions, I have to, obviously, James Wakefield, who's not here tonight, who came in and showed such humility and precision. And I have to say, guys, those of you looking for a supervising art director, he does a great recce pack. Really important. Then I'd like to make a special mention to Toby Britton, one of my art directors, who masterminded the set build, the main set build, which was Mary's Castle. And I can't thank him enough. He was extraordinary, and I would work with him at the drop of a hat. To Kelly Wall, who I have known for donkey's years. my graphics designer for designing such beautiful, I just pinpoint one thing, tapestries, that the wonderful Mr. Rowan Harris, who we all know, applause for Rowan Harris, then painted for us so magically. Oh, I mustn't forget Stuart Watson and his amazing construction team. They were the A-list, as were his painters, and Chris Cull. The Scottish Chris Cull. What a guy. You know, you have to hold your own with him, but boy is he good. And a great team. And finally, this lady here, Gina. We've known each other for donkey's years. We've fallen out of the loop, as we do in this business, for too many years. And fortunately, our stars aligned on this one. Not only a huge talent as a set decorator, you've just seen her other work in Downton here as well. But most importantly, she makes me laugh. And goodness knows we need to laugh in this business. And I think we only fell out once. And guess what? It was over a choice of braid on a cushion. Thank you very much. Thank you.
One of the things that's really lovely about this is that when the awards happen, you know, you're hearing some of the music from the films. I don't know whether I have a particular interest in film music. I know this is a Designers Guild Award, but I have a particular interest in film music, and the Max Richter music for Mary Queen of Scots just always gets me in the heart. I think it's such a beautiful piece of music. Anyway, we now move on to the Best Production Design for Independent Feature Film Contemporary. We'd like to invite Andrew Howe Davis from Stockyard up to present this award. Andrew, please come to the stage.
Time to speak.
It's lovely to see you all. I did prepare some notes. I don't want to do a lot, but I would like to just say it's a great pleasure to be here, and it's nice to be asked to present an award. And I can often remember, we've mentioned a few things about teams tonight, and I remember the idea that you hear the actors and directors always saying it's all about the team. Well, it is. It's all about you lot, because you're the biggest part of that team in my eyes. And I can remember I started as an art director way back in 1965. Every aspect of the art director's world was respected, and they were kings and gods. That's somehow been diluted over the years. And it's so nice to see the opportunity with this guild to try and bring that together again and give the respect back due to this department, which I think is one of the strongest groups and hugely talented. So it's a great pleasure to present the award. I was never lucky enough to get one of these myself, but the winner of the Best Production Design for Independent Feature Film Contemporary goes to Marcus Rowland and The Kid Who Would Be King.
This is a lot more grown up than I was expecting, and it looks like. But thank you very much. I much appreciate this award. And as everybody else has reiterated earlier, it's very much a team effort, and that's the great thing about the art department. You have other people with similar talents and similar commitment to work with. And generally that applies across film with the lighting, other departments. Everybody works as a team, and as a designer, that's the most fulfilling thing for me. It's just being able to work and absorb other people's input and make the best of the film you can. And I was lucky working with Sarah and Nigel, and hopefully they'll say a few words as well. It's a team. But obviously they don't. I've scared them. But thank you very much. Thank you.
One of the things that's really lovely about these awards is that when people come up and they say, you know, I'd like to thank all my colleagues, you actually sound like you mean it. And which I think is really lovely. I mean, I have been at other award ceremonies which have not been quite so collegiate, and there is a real sense of, from an outsider's point of view, there is a real sense of community, and it is lovely to be amongst a group of people, not only all of whom seem to sort of know each other, but all seem to sort of respect each other so much. So good for you. And now, the award for Best Production Design for International Studio Feature Film, period. Let's see the nominees work. We'd like to invite Mark Oliver from TLO up to present this award. Mark, please come to the stage.
TLO are proud to present the award for the Best Production Design International Studio Film period goes to Marcus Rowland for Rocketman.
I'm now going to have to think of something else to say. But thank you to Jude Farr, set decorator on Rocketman, and Tim Blake, supervising art director, and our fantastic art department. Once again, it's a team effort, and it was a great brief, and we had great fun, as you can imagine. It's a creative, and it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to sort of let your imagination run. So I really enjoyed it, and we had a fantastic time. Come on, you say something to me. Say the part.
Jude couldn't be here today, so she asked me to represent if we were lucky enough to get this. So it was amazing to be a part of her team. She's truly incredible, and we're very grateful that Marcus led the department, and thank you very much.
Thank you, I'm very honoured.
I love Rocketman. I had the great pleasure of having Dexter Fletcher. I do this live show at the BFI, and Dexter Fletcher came on. And Dexter Fletcher is like one of the most unassuming, many of you will know him and will have worked with him, and he is one of the most unassuming directors. And I used to love him as an actor, and he was in Jarman films, and he was in a really strange movie with Jeff Goldblum called The Dream of the Mad Monkey that nobody saw other than me and Tom Charity. And he came on the show, and I really loved the film, and I said, it's just so brilliant. How did you go about it? And he did that Dexter thing, going, I thought I'll just turn up and made it, didn't I? And now, the award for Best Production Design for International Studio Feature Film Contemporary. Now, as it turns out, the presenter of this award is me, so I'd like to welcome myself to the stage. Okay, and the award for Best Production Design International Studio Feature Film Contemporary goes to Kevin Kavanagh, Chris Shriver, Ian Bailey, David Schlesinger, and Letizia Santucci for John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. They can't be here, but we have a video acceptance speech from Kevin Kavanagh.
I'm honored and delighted to be acknowledged by the BFDG on this wonderful award. It's especially meaningful to be recognized by my peers. I'd like to thank my talented crew of films in New York and Morocco, and literally hail from all over the world. This award goes to them. I wish I could be there tonight to celebrate, so enjoy the evening, and thank you again.
And now the award for Best Production Design for International Studio Feature Film. Oh, that's me. I just did that, didn't I? I'm good. I enjoy presenting it so much, I thought I'd do it again. And frankly, I've been up here a while, that's the first mistake I've made, so that's not bad going. And as I'm sure you've heard before, we'll fix it in post, don't worry. And finally, the last of the design awards, the award for Best Production Design for International Studio Feature Film Fantasy. We'd like to invite Mark Jordan from CompuHire up to present this award.
Gotta get glasses out. So, the Best Production Design International Studio Feature Film Fantasy. And the award goes to Gemma Jackson, Peter Russell, and Tina
Thank you very much. Thank you everybody very much. This film was the best film that we had such fun doing it, and I don't think there'll ever be another film like it, and I think we'd all agree on that. And the whole team, of course, we had the best team, headed up by these two. Of course, you can't do better, really. Sorry about everybody else in the room, but they are the best, and they bring with them such an amazing amount of talent, all of whom gave their best to this piece of absolute gorgeous rubbish, and it was such fun. And,
here's proof that filmmaking is still fun. We really had a great time. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Right, we take a photograph?
Show some respect, boy, till you flex down on one knee. Now try your best to stay calm. Brush up your Friday salon.
I got taught this thing, and I now do it instinctively. I got taught, somebody said, if you have your photograph taken on stage, you probably all know this. You have to do this thing, you turn slightly sideways and put one, have you seen this? You go like that. And apparently it makes you look thin. Be honest. All my life I wanted to look like James Dean. I looked like Richard Nixon's fat brother in a suit. And now we move on to the Lifetime Achievement Award. If you've been reading your event brochure, you will in fact have learned that our winner tonight has had a long and illustrious career, working on a total of 70 films and TV programs during his 50 years of service to the industry. Let's have a look at some of the work of set decorator Peter Young.
Set decoration by Peter Young. And the Oscar goes to...
Anton First for Batman. And set decoration Peter Young.
The Bat Gang, you know, the A1 team I work with. But this is mine anyway. Peter's over there, Peter Young. I came up here with you. Oh, you're there.
To tell us a little more about the award, we would like to invite Kevin Phipps to join me.
Absolutely delighted to have been given the honour of presenting this award tonight. And you know, what a fantastic but brief look at some of the many films that Peter has been part of creating. From Nick Rhodes' performance to Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland, Inspector Morse to Wolfgang Petersen's Troy. Every size of budget, scale and type of production, and so many different positions within the art department, from production designer, art director, to the role that he defined as set decorator extraordinaire. In his illustrious and long career, his greatest achievement probably was being the secretary of the Designers Guild for 1 year. I thought it was longer. It certainly felt like it was longer. 2 Oscars, I thought there were more, Peter. Nominations, garlands, etc., etc. It could never be described as boring working on the same job as Peter. When Peter Young and the dear departed John Lanza were in the full flow of creative discussion, it was never unexciting. Rooms filled to bursting with the fog of smoke, the fog of war, where it was actually possible to cut the air with a knife. I thought it might have been the relationship between Peter and Lanza that prompted the creative tension, but said pattern of behaviour repeated in more recent years with Mike King in tow. Peter, at his most exuberant, could be described by some as terrifying, and not for the faint-hearted. But out of the angst, screaming, crashing and banging about, always came result of some creative brilliance. Many a raised eyebrow from the drafting table at thuds and muffled shrieks coming from the office below. Never a dull moment. I first worked with him on Tim Burton's Batman with the late, great Anton Furst. What a department. What a journey to the eventual Oscar success that film became. Still probably my favourite film of all time to have worked on. And not many people know this, but Peter was actually instrumental in the casting of Jerry Hall as the Joker's girlfriend. Being an old friend and having seen her in Pinewood shooting a commercial, he dragged her into Tim's office to make the necessary introductions. I was fortunate enough to work with him and Les Tompkins on many other jobs that followed. And Peter's firm relationship with Tim Burton blossomed so that he became an essential part of Tim's visual repertoire. Sleepy Hollow, additional work on Planet of the Apes, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, etc., etc. There were films such as Judge Dredd, Troy, and other unmentionables, some here in the UK and others in parts of the world, all having their distinct set of challenges and creative solutions. Never a dull moment. He is a set decorator whose work and talents I will always quote to newcomers and less experienced hands. Certainly in other countries with less developed industries. Be brave, be outrageous, have confidence in your own creativity and judgment. Be prepared to make mistakes. Please have the courage to think outside the box. Do bring in a neon-trimmed inflatable cactus on the occasion of dressing a funeral director's office, etc. From those moments of apparent madness come great ideas and freshness of vision. Never a dull moment. He has nurtured and brought on in their respective careers many of the set decorators, prop masters and other assistants here tonight, and many other creative talents within the industry. He would always inspire confidence, be generous and kind in helping others with the sharing of knowledge and experience. He is compassionate, loyal, and actually very modest with a great humility in all aspects of his life. I don't think you'll ever know just how extraordinarily talented he actually is. It gives me great pleasure in presenting the 2020-2019 British Film Designers Guild Lifetime Achievement Award to my dear friend, Peter Young.
I don't really know who he was talking about, but anyway. I've written this, and everybody's, I mean, you're all very clever. I don't know. I wrote this earlier. A lifetime's achievement, wow. To those who nominated me, I'm flattered. Including, I can't believe what he's just said. To those who voted for me, thank you very much. 50 years has flown by and I have enjoyed every moment and feel privileged to have worked along such talented people, which you are. The directors, the designers, the art directors, the drapes people, prop men, carpenters, painters, buyers, all have helped me feel less of a total fraud.
And now, to be included alongside Stuart Craig, Peter Lamont and other recipients of this award is humbling. I wish every one of you in the art department of the British Film Designers joy, courage, energy and love. Enjoy.